When you're trying to craft in a royal city, you can actually click on the shop you're looking for and it'll highlight every single one in that area. Now, that was just one of the 17 hacks I learned playing Albion for the past few months. The next one I figured out is kind of crazy. See, I was in a royal city where I was trying to level up my crafting when I saw a mysterious button below the armor tab. After clicking on it, I realized I'd been crafting all wrong. It turns out you can actually drag the items you just crafted into the menu and then study them, which actually gives you more fame to level up your crafting skills. And if you do this every time you craft, leveling up your crafting skills becomes super easy. Now, the next tips just get better, and the last one will literally change the way you play Albion. When it comes to maximizing crafting even more, another hack is the local production bonuses. See, every royal city in Albion Online has some sort of crafting bonus, whether it's for crafting certain types of armors or weapons. Crafting the right weapon and armor in the right cities gives you back more resources, which you can use to craft even more items. Number 4, when it comes to being powerful in Albion, you need to increase your item power. And since it takes hours to unlock higher level tiers, one of the best shortcuts to doing this is re-rolling your gear. Now, in Albion, gear quality plays a factor in item strength, with high quality gear giving you around 60 to 100 extra IP. While you could just buy higher quality items straight up, the smartest option is to just re-roll your gear at the repair station, which is cheaper. Another thing that's cheaper is hack number 5. When you're carrying a lot of items in your inventory, instead of just throwing away valuable loot, just click on your shoes and select the courier buff, which increases your maximum load by a certain amount based on the shoe tier you're wearing. Number 6, as a new player, you can quickly get overwhelmed with the insane amount of weapons in this damn game. So starting out, focus on a specific branch of weapons, like spears or the swords. Leveling up one weapon in a branch gives small IP buffs to other weapons in that branch, so you should focus on leveling up multiple weapons in the same branch. Once you're bored of that, just switch to another branch and repeat the process. Something you can never get bored of in Albion Online is being rich, and one of the best ways to do that is just killing animals in high tier zones. But it's more complicated than that. See, you don't want to kill just any animal. The specific animal you need to kill is the tier 8 mammoth, because it gives you a 0.02% chance of dropping a baby cub worth over 160 million silver. Definitely worth the time investment. Another hack that makes you good money is number 8. See, gathering is just one of the many ways to make money in Albion Online, so it's no surprise that there's hacks for gathering resources, with the smartest one focusing on gathering resource nodes in the black zone. A single node holds 30 of that resource while also being enchanted, and based on that region and tier zone you're in, gathering nodes can be a fast and pretty easy way of making money off of gathering. So easy, in fact, that I've got my friend here and we're gonna see how many gathering nodes he can find and gather in 1 hour. While he's doing that, let's move on to a better hack. Number 9. When farming solo dungeons for fame and loot, you will occasionally run into epic or legendary bosses guarding chests filled with tons of amazing loot. And because of how strong these bosses are, you need to bring a full stack of tier 4 poison for extra damage when fighting the boss. You don't want to be forced to leave a legendary chest behind because you can't defeat a boss. And while that's not fun, this next hack prevents something even less fun: gankers. Solo dungeons are normally a great opportunity for gankers to steal your gear, but this hack prevents that, making solo dungeons relatively safe. See, when you're entering a dungeon, always wait 90 seconds before starting it, because the dungeon entrance in the open world takes 90 seconds to close. 90 seconds that gankers can use to jump in and kill you. So next time you run some solo dungeons, just wait for 90 seconds before starting the dungeon. And if you think this hack is good, you'll never play Albion the same after hearing my last hack. Number 11. One of the many tricks gankers use to get easy kills in the black zone is camping the territory exits waiting for their victims to come to them, and then using a bunch of CC to trap and kill them. And the easy way to stop that from happening is using the invisibility cauldrons near the portal entrance and exits, which basically makes you invisible, completely stopping gankers from seeing or attacking you until you enter the next territory. It's a neat little hack that saved my ass one too many times. Now, when it comes to PvP and gankers in general, one of the best hacks to see if there's a ganker or even someone using invisibility near you is looking for the exclamation point after dismounting from your mount, which signals there's an enemy close by. While this isn't a super useful hack and can even be somewhat dangerous, there are definitely some good sides for using this. Moving on to the next point, one of the best ways to get ganked is not changing the direction after a ganker starts following you. See, gankers normally hunt in large groups of players, so they typically spread out over a zone and try to encircle their victims. Now, one of the best ways to prevent this from happening is subscribing to the channel. Yeah, that's right, you're never gonna get ganked again if you subscribe to the channel right now, so just subscribe. But anyways, the best way to prevent gankers from killing you is constantly changing direction every time someone starts following you until they either stop or you just escape. And if you can't escape, this next hack solves that problem. When you start getting followed by a group of gankers, even if they manage to dismount you, the best way to survive is by using your abilities to try and get to one of these green portals. Now, the main reason behind this is because those green portals only allow 2 people to enter every 2 minutes, and as most gankers will never ever fight you one-on-one, they just leave you alone and go look for their next victim. Now, these next 3 hacks are literally game-changing, such as only picking one tool to level up as a new player. Because of how hard it is to level up gathering tools, focusing on one tool means you're able to start gathering high-tier resources faster. And once you're fully leveled up on one tool, just move on to the next one. Now, back to my friend who's been gathering for the past hour, and his results are kind of shocking. He managed to find over 8 nodes, making almost $500,000 in the process, which just goes to show that gathering nodes is kind of OP. Another gathering hack is to always use journals. See, every time you go gathering, crafting, or any other fame activity, always bring these books called journals, which fill up every single time you get fame and can be sold in the market for basically free cash. Now, this next hack is a game changer for whenever you're wandering the black zone, and the hack is to always bring a set of tools, even if you only have one unlocked, or you're trying to fame farm, because you're always going to see a lot of high tier resources, and gathering them can slowly start to make you a decent profit if you just gather them every once in a while. And if you're not a fan of carrying around 5 different tools, click this video to find out the single best tool to bring.